A tuning fork could also be called a pitch fork when you think about it. 22 of you absolutely positively knew that. That's good to hear, and boy, Matt's really good at this, I'll tell you that. For me, it's just weird to not be wearing sweatpants during an HQ show. I can't believe we're doing 12 of these, but I'm digging it. I'm having a good time. Let's see what lies ahead with question 2. Who recently started an abortion fund called Girls Just Want to Have Fundamental Rights? Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, or Barbara Streisand? There's a small clue somewhere. Very closely. Fact is, women's rights have been under attack around the country, and one thing that's important, of course, is that everybody get out and vote, especially if you're in Georgia, where you can still vote. And a lot of people go that extra distance, like Cyndi Lauper. She's out there promoting women's health, and I guess her own career. I'm now hearing the question didn't show up. That's always a tragedy. Just sit tight. What do we do? Recently started an abortion fund called Girls Just Want to Have Fundamental Rights. Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, or Barbara Streisand? If you heard the frill already, maybe you know the answer, but it is only Q2, so no great tragedy. With women's rights under attack around the country, lots of people out there voting, and going the extra distance is Cyndi Lauper. 80s icon, and now Tony winner, I believe. Is she not? Yeah. She's, there you go, 11,236 of you were not fooled by that. I can't, yeah, Madonna and Barbara Streisand got a few votes. Well, they are very talented. Moving on to question 3. Which secondary color is one of the card colors in the standard edition of Uno? Green, orange, or purple? The fact is, when Uno first started up, they borrowed one of the classic design elements used in 4-player board games for kids. That's where they give the players the 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and then they threw in green for the one secondary. Although there has been a colorblind edition of Uno for a few years now. 9,157 of you cruising on ahead to the very next question, which I believe is Q4, is it not? Yeah, let's go ahead to Q4. Get this done. Google's parent company is named for something from what field? Astronomy, early computing, or language? Astronomy, early computing, or language? Now I know Google having a parent company is a lot like God having a boss, but the fact is, for 7 years now, Google and a few other companies that I bet you can't name have been answering to the chiefs at Alphabet Inc. So I'm calling it for language. Is it not? That's how many people got that right? Hey, there we go. That's 6,000? 6,717. All right, we fooled a bunch of you. Not savage, but we are. Our group is getting smaller by the minute, I think Grandpa Joe said in the 70s version. Next question.
Hold on, they're asking what's in the cup.
Oh, they're asking what's in the cup. Yeah, it's a very good question. Well, just, oh, that stuff is so good. I can't, man, refreshing and sweet. Yeah, is the question up? Do I go for it now? Yeah, okay, Q5. The rare event called a sports equinox is usually in what season? Spring, summer, or fall? Rare event called a sports equinox. Hey, well, it's the most wonderful time of the year if you happen to love sports. A sports equinox is when all 4 major leagues play games on the same day, which is only possible in that narrow window when they are all in season, which occurs in the fall. Sports equinox happens in the fall, and it's a good thing it's not in January, I think, especially for the baseball players. 5,018 of you got that right. Lots of sports fans. That takes us one step further into Q6. The flag of France is most similar to the flag of what U.S. state? Iowa, Vermont, Louisiana. Flag of France, most similar. Well, there is supposedly a connection here to the state's French history, which certainly makes sense. So if you think French, maybe you can be thinking of a place called Des Moines, the capital of Iowa. That, of course, is a French city name, and Iowa is our answer. I like Louisiana's Pelicans a little better. Oh, my goodness, 1,242 of you got that right, but that is what we call a savage question, ladies and gentlemen. Ring-a-ding-ding, how the fates do swing. I'm seeing a lot of extra lives get used. Let's pick up the pieces. Let's move forward. These things happen. It's a tragedy. Time for a deep breath and move past this on. We're moving on to the next one. What is that, 7? Yeah. What ingredient keeps Pop Rocks from being vegan? Egg white, gelatin, or lactose? Keeps Pop Rocks from being vegan. Egg white, gelatin, or lactose? Of course, not all candy earns that all-important vegan label. Important if you're vegans. Milk chocolate, not vegan, and probably animal crackers on a technicality, but Pop Rocks is really pretty seriously non-vegan because after sugar, the second ingredient on the packaging is lactose. I'm just saying that's a lot of lactose. A bowl of corn pops has less lactose in it. Oh my word, 866 of you got it? 666, my bad eyes. And that is another savage question. Do we got the animation? Okay, well, there we go. Savage question. Savageness in the house. I feel the power that Matt must feel when something like this happens. It's magnificent. No, we do feel for all of you. Oh, look, there, it's a coffee break. There's the Nathaniel that Matt told me to look out for, warning us of another coffee break. Oh, that's good. I hope we have a good Q8 queued up to honor Nathaniel. Q8 is... which rapper was born with a different last name than the other two? Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, or Lil Wayne? Different last name than the other two. Well, there have been many feuds throughout the history of hip-hop. Maybe the most ironic one was the Jay-Z-Lil Wayne feud, since going by last names, they're both in the Carter family. But Busta was born Trevor Smith, so he's the answer we're looking for. Who done got that? 842? Yeah, there we go. 842 got that right. A lot of rap fans representing. Very good. Very happy to see that. And we are moving on. Going to take it to the next step here with Q9. Colonel Sanders was never the mascot of a spin-off restaurant named for meat from what animal? Cow, fish, or pig? Sanders was never the mascot for which of these? Yeah, it's true. KFC did try to branch out beyond chicken way back in the day. I think it was the 70s. And in one of their weaker efforts, it was possible for a short while take the family out to eat at a place called Kentucky Roast Beef and Ham. Didn't catch on. The chicken was just too great. Of course, fish from a landlocked state, that might be a little silly. Who got that right now? We got the results going. 470 of ya. The prize is getting cut up into bigger and bigger chunks. Who's going to hang on to the very end? We got 3 left to go, don't we? Oh, this could be a big prize. I hope you're excited, because it's always exciting for me. I'm just happy to be doing this. And we're moving on to question number 10. Let's see that Q10 as soon as it comes up. Which of these voiceover artists was not famous for In a World movie trailers? Hal Douglas, Don LaFontaine, Russ Leatherman. Is it good? Is it in? Yeah. I'm Tim, by the way, if anyone's just wandered in. But yeah, you'll remember if you go to a lot of movies, one of the biggest cliches in trailers for a good many years was starting them off with that grim, gravelly, in a world. And there are only a few guys in Hollywood who were famous for saying it, but you know who wasn't? The voice of Movie Phone, Russ Leatherman. He would just make In a World sound cheerful. And I would ruin your trail. 378 of you seem to know that. That was not a big stumper, not too savage. I like it. Don and Hal no longer with us. I think Russ is still out there somewhere. And only 2 left. Wondering, are there going to be any more savages? You never know. You never know what the tricky right is we got. Oh, here comes Reggie. Give me his best wishes. Now I feel honored. Now I feel blessed. The benediction has happened. Having a good time here with Reggie, and we are moving on to the penultimate question of the night, Q11. What was a policy initiative by the only U.S. president born in Illinois? Supply-side economics, emancipation, or the Affordable Care Act? The only U.S. president born in Illinois. Well, of course, anybody who reads license plates knows that Illinois is the land of Lincoln, right? Oh, no, Q11 can't be that simple. Abe was actually born in Kentucky. He is no more an Illinois native than Barack Aloha Obama were looking for Ronald Reaganomics Reagan on the policy initiative, supply side economics. Good. What? We got the results there. There we go. Just above 300 going into the last question. Not a stumper. Yeah, you knew that. Yeah, Aloha. You knew it. Obama's right. And we are moving on to the last question of the game. Who's pumped up? Who's excited? Who can't wait to see it? Over 300 of you are on the cusp of making a little good extra spending money. Let's find out who right now with Q12. Which constellation are neither of NASA's Voyager probes heading toward? Camelopardalis, Horologium, and scroll down, please. Yeah, Telescopium. Camelopardalis, Horologium, or Telescopium. Who cannot expect a Voyager probe? Now, the good thing about this Voyager program, even if the world goes kaput one of these days, there is still a chance aliens will learn a little bit about us when the Voyager probes get to the far reaches of space with their time capsules of Earth culture. But they're just going to have to wonder what we were like if the aliens live in Horologium. We are not sending a probe to Horologium. Let's see those results. 163 of you have just won HQ Trivia. Let's celebrate. I'm digging it. Let's launch those rockets. Hey, yeah. Get them up there. Get them out into space. Maybe Horologium can get those. Smash that diamond, and let's take a look at our winners. Who do they got in there? That's a long animation. Yeah, winners. There you go. Everybody's okay. I can barely read on that. Dustpedia did a great job winning, and Jenny316, that was spectacular. Lowercase Mick, is that Mike, Mick? Oh, look at all these great people, though. You've done it again. I don't know how. It's the greatest feat of the brain on this side of planet Earth, and all these amazingly talented people have won $9 and a little bit of change. You can get a tasty lunch for that. I don't know what to say. It is always unbelievable whether I'm hosting or not. We always go hard. Some of you always find the way through our forest. But I hope you had a groovy time no matter how well you did. Like we say, if you didn't earn something, you must have learned something. And you can always come back and try again. When is that going to be? Probably Thursday, but if you set the notifications in the HQ app, it will remind you. No remembering or writing down needed, just let the app tell you. And in the meantime, you can keep in touch with HQ on all the socials. I had a lot of fun tonight. This is Trivial Tim Harrod telling you, stay smart, keep learning more stuff, and keep on reaching for the stars, but be careful. The stars are extremely hot. Now, what's the way out of here again? I think Matt showed me once. Do I go through the triangle? Is it the hexagon? Wait, right? It's really hard. I found my way in, but I had somebody lead me in. That was.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a great time. Yeah.
You want to do it again?
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
Oh boy.